privileged to be able to deliver a short message to you today, to this very chashuv audience. Over Shabbos, we're celebrating the holiday of Tu B'Av. The Gemara is at the end of Tainis, Daf Lamed Aleph, described Lohoyu Yomim Tovim, the Yisrael, the greatest Yomim Tovim, were Tu B'Av and Yom Kippurim. And the Gemara, both at the end of Tainis, also Baba Basra, Daf Kuf Kaf Aleph, the Gemara has a whole long list of reasons to explain what was the big celebration exactly about Tu B'Av. Why was this the greatest day of Simcha, the greatest Yom Tov in Am Yisrael's calendar throughout the generations? And after describing some of the things the Gemara points out in its final idea, that we notice that during the time of Tu B'Av is sort of a cutoff date, when the days start to become a little bit shorter, and the night times start becoming a little bit longer. From Tu B'Av and on. It's interesting, you look in the calendar, that's exactly what happens from right about now and on Tu B'Av and on. Basically, the Shkia gets a minute earlier as the days are going on. And the Gemara at the end of Tainis has a very interesting expression. The Gemara says, also there in Baba Basra, just to read to you a line, the Gemara says, you see something very important at that point. Mikan ve'ela, from Tu B'Av and on, the Mosif Yosef, a person adds a little Torah into his day, adds a little learning, Hashem will add a little more life into that person's life, a little more schus, a little more schar, a little more life. But the low Mosif, and a person doesn't add Torah into his day, the Gemara says there are some negative things that come about as a result of that. And you think about the Gemara, it's an incredibly strange thing. You look at a calendar, it's 1 minute more at night. The Gemara assumes that people have more time at night to be able to learn, and you're a little bit more free from work. And how much more time do you have at night from Tu B'Av on? 1 minute. And yet the Gemara says if you take that 1 minute and add a little bit, how much can you do in that 1 minute? A minute. If you add a little bit, that's great, and if not, it's a little bit negative. From here you see the great celebration of Tu B'Av, the celebration of not underestimating what a little bit can do. A little bit of Torah, a little bit of connection is a very major thing in life. How special it is to be able to add just a little bit more Torah into our lives, and most importantly, to somebody else's life. All of us who are involved with NCSY always have to remember how not to underestimate, how much to appreciate one little phone call, doing a little something, a little learning, a little connection is in somebody's life. In my own story, those who know me, Baruch Hashem, I've had these schus to be Rosh Yeshiva for many years, and I've taught thousands of Talmidim. I started off as a public school kid in Merrick, Long Island. My first NCSY event was to a concert. I forgot what night of the week it was. It's somewhere in New York. And the phone call that was made to invite me to come to the concert was, I hate to admit it, but I don't mind. It's a big simcha. It's a great thing. By a girl who lived in the neighborhood, who knew that I was thinking maybe getting involved. Never done anything with NCSY before. A phone call got me to a concert. That concert led to a Shabbaton. Shabbaton led to a summer program. Summer program led to major changes. Public schools into yeshivas. From Haftar to Yeshiva Farakoi, off to Eretz Yisrael, learning for years after that, learning, teaching. Why? Because somebody took the time to make one little phone call. Never underestimate the power of 1 minute of learning, of one reaching out, one small little thing. And that is a celebration of life, that's a celebration of Tu B'Shvat, and of course that's the celebration of the magic of NCSY. Shabbat Shalom to all. Everyone be well and be Matzliach.